Hey everyone, this is sumitk. So in today's video, we are going to build a search app with Terraform, and then we're gonna use the Python to load the data into it. So we are using the Vertex AI or AI application, Vertex AI search. You can also call it Vertex AI search. So recently, Google has renamed Vertex Agent Builder to AI application. So basically, what is Vertex AI or AI application search? Is this is a fully managed platform powered by large language model. It helps you to build a AI-enabled search and recommendation experience on public data set, private data set, any website or any kind of mobile application, right? So all we will do this using the Terraform. If you have seen my previous video, then there I have used I have used the agent engine to deploy to build and then deploy the agent into the agent engine, and I have used RAG. I have used this AI application for data store, for storing the data store and implementing the RAG execution on it, right? So this is a similar way, but we are going to make it very easy. What I'm going to do, I'll create all my, I'll create my data store, all my resource using Terraform. So there are two resource I have found in Terraform registry. The one is if you search the Google documentation with Google underscore discovery engine, you'll find some of the resource which is used to call the API for the search engine and in the AI application service. So the first resource block is, first we will create a data store, Google Discovery Engine data store resource block. The location of this data store would be global. This is the data store ID, the display name, and these are some of the parameters that you need to put the values. And then we will create an app engine. So for app engine, this is for app engine. So here again, when you create the app engine, this is the resource block, Google Discovery Engine chat engine, and this is the name. This is the engine ID, the collection ID, and the location. Location is basically nothing. Is a you basically saying which data store you want to attach. So we are attaching the data store resource block. Then we have the display name of the app engine, data store ID. I think this is the same ID. Yeah. If you have multiple data store, you can add multiple data store ID. So here, if you can see, I have created in this example we have two data store block and one app engine. So that's why we are adding two data store ID here. So this is the block. So I already have a code ready with me. So let's see. Yeah. So here is the Terraform code for creating the data store and creating the test search engines. So the name of the data store ID is, I'm gonna just make it data store ID. So this is the unique name of the data store ID, and this is a display name. So with this name, you will see the resource, and then the industry vertical, I'm putting it generic. Content config is content required, and all this value just make it default, and just I'm gonna put my project ID here. In the search engine or the application, I'm just putting my engine ID, demo engine ID, or you can put demo engine app, anything you want to. The collection ID is default. This is the location of your data store, the display name, industry vertical, and all this default parameter. And here you also you here this particular block is basically we want to use the search ad capabilities on the LLM, and here we are defining the our project ID, in which project you want to deploy the resource. And I'm also exporting the output of my data store and the engine ID, right? So with that, let's run this Terraform. Let's run Terraform init. Can run plan. So you can see that it is Terraform is creating a two resource, data store ID and app engine, and this is the output of my two resource. So let's quickly apply this. So you can see that Terraform has quickly created two resource. If you want to see the state of the resource, you can see we have created two resource. One is data store, and then another one is app engine. Let's verify in the Google Cloud Console. So I am in my Google Cloud Console now, and let's click on data store. So what was the name of my data store? It was test unstructured data store. So just go to the console, and here you can see that the display name of your data store is test unstructured data store, and this is the demo ID that we have provided in our code. So if you look at this data store, right now there is no data in it because we will use a Python code to load the data using the public data set. And now let's see your app. What was the name of your app? Let's just quickly verify. Demo engine app. So you go to console and you will see here, where is that? One second, let me just go back. So sorry, the display name is test engine, right? So you will see the display name is test. Yeah, this is the one, test engine. And you can see that the ID of your test search engine is demo engine app, and this data, the data store is connected with test unstructured data store, right? Now the next thing is we want to load the data into the data store. Generally, how we load the data, when if you click onto the data store and then you click on that, you generally load the data from here, right? You load the data from, you select the cloud storage, you put the public data set or public bucket here, right? Or select on unstructured and then follow along. But this part we are going to automate with the Python code, right? So we have a code available here. If you see here, load. This is the um, this is the Python code that we are going to use to load the data. So we are importing the cloud storage client and client option and discovery engine for our search app engine, and they are using the function for project ID, location, data store, and GCS URI. This is the GCS URI for public data set, and we are creating the client for discovery engine, and then um, we are actually uh, using the full resource name of our search engine name, which is in this structure like projects and location, data store ID branch, like this. So this is how it follow the structure. The source document, we are using a public data set of alphabet PDF. Basically, all these public data set contain a lot of information about the Google and Alphabet and everything about the Google. So we will load those PDF into the data store, and data store will use the embedding model and create the indexing behind the scene, right? So this is how you can use the request for discovering using the discovery engine to import the data document request. This is the source of your document, and then you are making the request, and finally this is your source document. This is your public data set. If you want to see this public data set, you can see that. Let's quickly see this. If you just search it here, um, why it is not available. One second. Okay. I'll show you later. So this is the source document, right? Now we are providing our project ID, data store ID. So what was our data store ID here? If I see the output here, our data store ID is data. demo store ID. So we need to make sure that we have to put the right ID, and the location is global. And let's run it. One more thing that you need to do before you run this code, the thing is that you need to make sure that you must install all this module: Google Cloud Storage, API Core, and Google Cloud Discovery Engine. Once you install it, then you should be able to run uh, this load data Python block. Otherwise, you'll get some error. So make sure that this dependency is installed. So I'm going to load that. Oh, 1 second. I think I made a mistake. Let's do it again. Okay, 1 second. I think do it. I'm still in the virtual environment. Don't worry. I'm gonna Python load. So now you can see that the script has been the script is running, and it's loading the data into the data store. Right, so it's going to take some time depending on the, I think there are around 96 document, so it'll take few minutes, I think 2 3 minutes to load the data, and it'll take some time for preparing and indexing the data. So let's go to the Google Cloud Console, just refresh the screen. I'm going to go to data store, and this is my data store. See, you can see that the document is getting imported from the public data set, and you can see the status is still running. So these are my indexing. You can see indexing, or you can say that um, yeah, it's kind of a document ingestion and parsing have finished. Document indexing is working. So basically, this is the documents. It is actually indexing all my documents, right? So if you want to see, let me show you what's in it. So you can see that this is one of the document that has been indexed in the data store, and this is the actual content of your public data set, right? So you can see all your information, right? So this particular index has got so many pages, like 11 pages. So I think every single index has 11 to 12 pages of the PDF file, right? So this is the data that we are importing into the data store. So let's just wait for some time. So you can see that all your PDF data has been indexed, and the status you can see here. Let's refresh again. Still showing in progress. Okay, import is completed. Okay, I think it's been completed. So let's do one thing. Let's send a query to see um, if my query is responding by the app engine. So we have a query.py. This is a different code to send a query to your agent engine. Again, the code is more or less same, but here we are actually listing our discovery agent engine or search engine, and then we are actually adding this block to, we are actually adding targeting the specific data store ID to get a response from the app, right? So here, this is a simple query. Who is the CEO of Google, and what is the total revenue of Google? So this is the query. I'm sending it to my search engine to see how I get the response. So let's see that. So what is the name of this file query? Um, Data store. I think. Oh yeah. So my bad. So I have to put the right data store ID. So this is my data store ID. Yeah. Let's run it again. Yeah. So you can see that the search engine is responding, and here is the output.